Hi everybody, today I would like to tell you some short talk on situation. Number one, first, the speaker announced they were having a sale on specialty coffee that day. He suggested buying 2 pounds of coffee or for the price of one. Next, he said all of their South American and Central American blends were on sale, and coffee was available whole bean or grind and was located on aisle 5 next to the produce section. Finally, he reminded there was a limit of 4 pounds per customer. Number 2. First, the speaker said hello to the passenger and he introduced that was the Green Line train to the airport. Next, she reminded that specially marked seats were reserved for physically challenged passengers, and smoking, eating, and drinking were not allowed. Finally, she announced next stop was Central Square and suggested transferring to the Blue Line for all uptown destination. Number 3. First, the speaker reminded all members of soccer team that the bus to the out-of-town game would leave from the front of the school at 3:15, so he suggested being on the bus and ready to go by then. Next, he announced the computer club would meet in the auditorium and the Spanish club would meet in the cafeteria that day. Finally, he said, due to the illness of several of his members, the graduation dance committee meeting had been postponed until the week after. Number 4. First, the speaker said hello to her friend and she was leaving the gym then. She supposed that her friend had left home. Next, he said he had had a great workout then, so she was really hungry and looking forward to dinner. So she suggested her friend not being late. After that, she said that it would probably take her 20 minutes to get to the restaurant because she was jogging and she didn't want to have to park her car. Number 5. First, the speaker suggested moving to the back and he said the fare were $1.15 exact change only. Next, he suggested stand behind the white line and moving away from the door because he couldn't go anyway until let him close the door. Finally, he announced that next stop was Fifth Avenue in the downtown shopping district. Number 6. First, the speaker introduced there were several paintings by Picasso to the right. Close examination showed the fine brushwork he used. Next, she said those paintings represented some of Picasso's less known work, and their among were more recent acquisition. After that, she said they would take a restroom break next and continue to the second floor galleries where they could view works by 19th century artists. Finally, she announced that they would start in the East Room, which housed their collections of pastoral landscape. Number 7. First, the speaker said hello to the passenger and she said his table was ready then. She suggested following her and she was sorry to keep him waiting because they were busy that night. Next, he said that they were reserved the place for him by the window with the view of water and suggested him hanging his coat right over there. Finally, she asked him to order drink and appetizer first. Number 8. First, the speaker suggested all swimmers getting out of the water because dangerous thunderstorms were approaching. Next, he suggested the parents keeping an eye on the children. After that, he announced there would be no running and no horsing around near the pool, or we may have to ask the swimmers to leave. Finally, he suggested staying away from the pool until the lifeguard indicated that it was safe to return to the water. Number 9. The speaker announced that they would be closing in a few minutes, so he suggested bringing the books and the books that the passengers wish to borrow to the checkout stand. Next, he reminded all books checked out that they were due back on April 15th, and there was the late fee of 25 cents a day. But passengers can renew their books before the due date by calling 667-0923. Finally, he thanked the passengers for their patronage and wished to see them soon. Number 10. Donna said hello to Sam, and she said she'd been waiting for Sam there at the airport. Next, she said that Sam had been supposed to pick her up, and she wanted to know what happened because Sam hadn't at the airport and hadn't her office. So she wanted to know where Sam were. Finally, she hoped Sam was not on the way there because she was going to take the taxi to the airport. Thanks for your watching.